In this video, we're going to dive into how Lookout CASB enables data loss prevention in OneDrive. This is a particularly important capability to have in a world where employees expect to be able to access company resources from any device and any location. This can get tricky if those users have both managed and unmanaged devices that they want to work from. So jumping into OneDrive, I have a set of documents here, one of which is a list of national provider identifiers, which is sensitive data that you definitely don't want to have leaking out. When a user tries to download this document, security admins can do a couple of things. First, as the download is happening, the admin can take the opportunity to coach the user by notifying them that downloading this type of file with sensitive data violates corporate policy. You can make them think about if they still want to go ahead with the download by coaching them in the moment. It may very well be that the user has legitimate reason to download this data, but challenge them and ask them for additional authentication questions to really make sure this data is only going to the right people. Lookout CASB can integrate with any identity provider that your organization uses. The user will be taken to that additional authentication page, and only once they answer the questions correctly will they be able to download the file. The takeaway from this portion of this demo is to use the DLP technology to both coach users in real time and ensure the data is only going to the right people, even inside your own organization. Another use case that can be tied to this is when a user tries to copy the data onto an external hard drive or thumb drive, or, to take it further, try to share that data over email. These use cases are incredibly important and a very important aspect of Lookout CASB and DLP, which has the capability to enforce this last mile protection. So as you can see here on this document once we've downloaded it, it got encrypted with our unique IRM technology and tagged with the encrypted file extension. This ensures that even though the file is downloaded, the data is still encrypted, and the file itself is encrypted all the time, regardless of where the data lives. If the user were to try to open the file, they'd be challenged to authenticate the same way they were when they downloaded it. This enforcement of authorization policies needs to be implemented to make sure that only the right people and the right users have access to these files. Administrators can alter policies to decide who should or shouldn't be able to open these files. One example is to imagine if an employee downloads this file to a personal device, but they leave the organization. Admins can apply policies that block former employees from accessing these files once they've left the company. So very policy-driven, but strong protection against data leaks for your sensitive files when you may have employees using unmanaged devices.